Cowboys fans, hold on to your hats. The star on that helmet might be shining a little brighter soon. Imagine Diontae Johnson burning cornerbacks alongside CeeDee Lamb. That's right, Dallas is eyeing a trade that could turn this offense into an absolute juggernaut. We're talking Super Bowl-level firepower here, folks. What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back with another hot update on America's team. Today, we're diving into some major trade rumors that could shake up the Cowboys' offense in a big way. That's right, folks. We're talking about the possibility of bringing Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Diontae Johnson to Dallas. So buckle up and let's get into it. Before we jump into the juicy details, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. We're bringing you the latest Cowboys news and analysis every single day, so you don't want to miss out. Now, let's break down this potential game-changing move for the Dallas Cowboys. The rumor mill. Alright, Cowboys fans, here's the deal. Multiple sources close to the team have reported that the Dallas front office has been in talks with the Pittsburgh Steelers about a possible trade for wide receiver Diontae Johnson. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this just another off-season rumor? Well, let me tell you, there's some serious smoke here, and we might just see some fire soon. Johnson, a former third-round pick out of Toledo, has been a consistent playmaker for the Steelers since entering the league in 2019. But with Pittsburgh in a bit of a rebuild and looking to get younger at several positions, it seems they might be willing to part ways with the 27-year-old receiver for the right price. Why Diontae Johnson? Now, you might be wondering, why are the Cowboys interested in Diontae Johnson? Well, let me break it down for you. Reliable hands. Johnson has some of the surest hands in the league. In 2022, he had a catch rate of over 70%, which is impressive considering the volume of targets he receives. Route running. This guy is a route running technician. He creates separation with ease, which is something the Cowboys' offense could definitely use more of. Yards after catch. Johnson isn't just a catch-and-fall receiver. He's dynamic with the ball in his hands, averaging over 5 yards after catch per reception in his career. Red zone threat. While he's not the tallest receiver out there at 5'10", Johnson has a knack for finding the end zone. He's scored 22 touchdowns in his first 4 seasons. Durability. Johnson has been remarkably consistent, playing in at least 14 games in each of his 4 NFL seasons. Adding a player of Johnson's caliber to an offense that already features CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks, that could take the Cowboys' passing attack to a whole new level. The Cowboys' receiver situation. Now, let's talk about why the Cowboys might be in the market for another receiver. We all know CeeDee Lamb is a star, and the addition of Brandon Cooks this offseason was a solid move. But beyond that, there are some question marks. Michael Gallup hasn't quite returned to form since his ACL injury, and while we've seen flashes from guys like Jalen Tolbert and Cavonte Turpin, they're still unproven commodities. Adding a player like Diontae Johnson would give Dak Prescott another reliable target and create mismatches all over the field. Imagine this: CeeDee Lamb drawing the top corner, Brandon Cooks stretching the field, and Diontae Johnson working the middle and intermediate routes. That's a nightmare for any defense to cover. The potential cost. Now, here's where things get interesting. What would it take to bring Diontae Johnson to Dallas? The Steelers aren't just going to give away a player of Johnson's caliber for peanuts. We're likely looking at a package that includes draft picks and possibly a player. Here's a potential trade scenario. Cowboys receive Diontae Johnson. Steelers receive 2024 second-round pick, 2025 fourth-round pick, and Jalen Tolbert. Is that too much? Not enough. It's hard to say, but it gives us a starting point for discussion. Remember, Johnson is still on his rookie contract for 1 more year, which makes him an attractive option for a team like the Cowboys that's always trying to navigate a tight salary cap situation. The salary cap implications. Speaking of the salary cap, let's break down what adding Johnson would mean for the Cowboys financially. Johnson is set to make around $3 million in base salary for the 2023 season, the final year of his rookie deal. That's a bargain for a player of his caliber. However, he signed a 2-year, $36.71 million extension last year that kicks in for the 2024 season. So, if the Cowboys make this move, they'd be getting Johnson at a discount for 2023, but they'd need to be prepared to pay him around $18 million per year starting in 2024. That's not chump change, folks. The Cowboys would need to do some serious cap gymnastics to make this work long term. It might mean making some tough decisions about other players on the roster, but for a team that's in win-now mode, it could be worth it. How Johnson fits in the Cowboys' offense. Let's talk X's and O's for a minute. How would Diontae Johnson fit into the Cowboys' offensive scheme? First off, Johnson's route-running ability would be a perfect match for Dak Prescott's accuracy. Johnson excels at creating separation on short and intermediate routes, which is right in Dak's wheelhouse. Secondly, Johnson's ability to line up both outside and in the slot gives offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer a lot of flexibility. He could move Johnson around to create mismatches and keep defenses guessing. Lastly, Johnson's yards after catch ability adds another dimension to the Cowboys' offense. Imagine him catching a quick slant and turning it into a big gain. That's the kind of explosive play that can change the momentum of a game. The potential downsides. Now, it wouldn't be fair if we didn't address some potential concerns about this move. Contract situation. As we mentioned earlier, Johnson's cap hit jumps significantly in 2024. The Cowboys would need to be sure they can fit that into their long-term plans. Injury history. While Johnson has been relatively durable, he has dealt with some minor injuries throughout his career. It's something to keep an eye on. Steelers' offensive struggles. Johnson's numbers dipped a bit in 2022, but that could be more a reflection of the Steelers' overall offensive woes than Johnson's individual performance. Chemistry with Dak. Anytime you bring in a new receiver, there's always a question of how quickly they'll develop chemistry with a quarterback. Johnson and Dak would need to get on the same page quickly. What this means for the Cowboys' Super Bowl aspirations. All right, Cowboys Nation, let's address the elephant in the room. We all know the goal in Dallas is nothing short of a Super Bowl. So, how does potentially adding Diontae Johnson impact those aspirations? In short, it could be a game changer. The NFL is a passing league, and you can never have too many weapons. Adding Johnson to an offense that already has firepower could push the Cowboys over the edge and make them true contenders in a loaded NFC. Think about the teams the Cowboys need to beat to reach the Super Bowl. The Eagles, 49ers, Packers, these are all teams with potent offenses. By adding Johnson, the Cowboys would be signaling that they're ready to go toe-to-toe with the best of the best. Fan reactions. Now, I've been monitoring social media and the fan forums, and let me tell you, Cowboys Nation is buzzing about this potential move. The reactions have been mixed, but overall, there seems to be excitement about the possibility of adding another playmaker to the offense. Some fans are all in, seeing Johnson as the missing piece that could put the Cowboys over the top. Others are more cautious, worried about the long-term financial implications and whether it's worth giving up draft capital. What do you think, Cowboys fans? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. What's next? So, what happens now? Well, we wait and see. These trade rumors can heat up and cool down quickly, so it's important not to get too ahead of ourselves. That being said, the fact that these rumors are out there suggests that the Cowboys are at least exploring the possibility. It shows that the front office is committed to improving the team and isn't content with standing pat. In the coming days and weeks, keep an eye out for any official statements from the Cowboys or Steelers. Also, watch for any cryptic social media posts from the players involved. You know how that goes in today's NFL. What do you think about all this? Are you excited about the possibility of Diontae Johnson in a Cowboys uniform? Or do you think the team should stand pat with what they have? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you the latest Cowboys news and analysis every single day, so you don't want to miss out. Remember, how about them Cowboys? And I'll see you in the next one.